Hello everyone, welcome to EdTap. So in today's session we are going to discuss a very important news article about RBI that has unveiled, that has brought the guidelines for the establishment of the DBUs, that is the digital banking units. So what are these digital banking units? What are the benefit of digital banking units and why RBI has brought these guidelines and what are the guidelines? All of this we are going to discuss in today's session. So now before starting with the session, please subscribe to our YouTube channel if you are new to the channel and join our Telegram channel for the PDF of this session. As well as EduTap has brought for you flat 40% off on these courses RBI for the RBI grade B courses gold and silver package. Use the code FLAT40 and this is available till tomorrow only. Okay, so now starting with the news article that the RBI has released the guidelines for the establishment of the digital banking units. Okay, so first of all, why RBI has brought these guidelines? Because in the union budget, our finance minister, that is Nirmala Sitharaman, she has said that we want to establish 75 digital banking unit in the 75 districts. Okay, with the aim to take digital banking to the next level, to every citizen. So this decision, this statement, this announcement was made by the finance minister of our country. And so how will this be established? How the 75 digital banking units will be established? What should be the guidelines? Which bank should be allowed to establish this? All of this the RBI had to take the decision because RBI is the one that is overseeing the banks now. So that's why a committee for establishment of digital banking units, a working group was set up by the Reserve Bank of India to outline a roadmap that how the establishment of the DBUs will be there. Which banks will be the one that will be establishing this and all of the guidelines related to the DBUs. Okay, so the recommendations were given by this committee and now the RBI has released the guidelines. I hope you have understood the basic. Now we will start with understanding the DBU before understanding the guidelines. Okay, so now see, DBU is a specialized fixed point business unit or hub. So it is at a place, it is a fixed point business unit from which you are taking the services, taking the products. Okay, housing a certain minimum digital infrastructure. Now the name itself suggests digital banking unit, so it should have the digital infrastructure with itself. Okay, so they will deliver, now the DBU will deliver digital banking products and services. Now digital infrastructure they will have, they will be giving what? They are the digital banking units. They will be providing the digital products, the digital services. We will understand that what are the digital products, what are the digital services. As well as they will be servicing existing financial products and services digitally. So they will be providing all the services through digital process. Okay, in both self-service and assisted mode. Self-service means when you go to the ATM, there is no one, no person that you have to talk to now. You just directly put your card and the money comes. So that is self-service that you are doing. Okay. Similarly, if you go to the digital banking unit and you do not know, a new machine is there, you do not know how to use it. So there will be the assistant, there will be some staff of the bank that will assist you. So that is assisted mode. So either the digital products are for the self-service or in the assisted mode. You do not have to do, you request some person to do your work. You can just do it yourself. Okay. So now these are the digital products, minimum products and services to be offered by DBUs. Liability products means that will be the liability of the DBUs, that is the account opening, the saving bank account under various schemes, credit card, debit card, internet banking, mobile banking, these all things the DBUs will be providing. In the asset size, they will be making applications for onboarding the customer for identified retail MSME schematic loans. We can say loans are the assets of the banks now. So this may also include end-to-end digital processing of such loans. Okay, so they will be providing such loans, such saving accounts, they will be opening through the digital process. Digital services that they will be providing, we have seen the products. Now services, cash withdrawal, cash deposit only through the ATM or the cash deposit machines. So you have seen that ATM are self-service. Even I hope many of you have seen the cash deposit machines. Like you go there, you just put your cash and the receipt also comes. So respectively, no physical cash acceptance will be done. All of the cash acceptance will be through the cash deposit machines. There will be passbook printing, statement generation, like the passbook you do not have to go to the person and ask him or her to do your passbook printing. The machine will be there, you just have to put your passbook and the all your details will be there on the passbook. Internet banking, so all of this KYC updation, also video updation of the KYC also will be provided. So all of the services will be provided through the self-service or the assistant mode through the digital process. You can see it. The PDF will be provided to you in the Telegram channel. Okay, so you have seen that what are DBUs. They are the fixed point business unit where the digital infrastructure will be there, where you will be getting the digital banking products and services, okay, in the self-service mode or the assisted mode. So these are the digital products. Okay, the ATMs and the kiosks are also the digital products. Even the like cards and everything, these are the digital products. Next is benefits of DBU. We have understood DBU, fixed point in digital infrastructure, digital products and services. Now what are the benefits of DBU? Why do the government wanted to establish it? Why the RBI has brought the guidelines? So it was for the financial support for the digital payment ecosystem. This will continue. Okay, the financial support is continuing from the government side, as well as this will encourage the DBUs, the announcement about the DBUs and the guidelines about the DBUs. This will encourage further adoption of the digital payments. Now the fixed unit will be in front of you, that will be working 24/7. So even on Saturdays, Sundays, you want to go to the bank, the digital banking unit, you can go and you can take out your money, you can print your passbook, you can open the account. So that will be very easy now. Okay. So adoption of digital payments will be better and more people will be getting the knowledge also. We will see that even the consumer education will be provided through the DBUs. So enabling customers to have cost effective, your time will be saved, convenient it will be, you do not have to interact too much to the human beings, because like it takes time for the person to work, okay, but the machines, you just have to put 2 or 3 commands and the machine will do your work. And better digital experience will be there of such products and services in an efficient, paperless, secured manner. You do not have to write too many papers. Like when you deposit the money, there is a big slip kind of thing where you have to put the details and everything. That you won't have to do. You just have to go to the machine and put your things, put the password and all, and the money will be deposited or taken out. So connected environment will be there. All the machines will be there, taking out the money, depositing the money, with most services being available in self-service mode, and you do not have to rely on someone else. You can do it yourself, like you are going to the ATM or cash deposit or anything, you can do it yourself. Okay, so that will be faster. You just go and in 5 minutes you do all your work. At any time, all year round. So it will be 24/7 all year round. So it will be better whenever you want. If you have holiday on Sunday, you can just go to the bank and do all your things instead of waiting for their working days. So next is Reserve Bank has been taking progressive measures to improve availability of digital infrastructure for banking services. We have seen that RBI has been taking major steps, big steps for the digital payments as well as for the digital infrastructure. So this will be also a major step from the RBI side for the digital infrastructure. Okay. So benefits of DBU still, as I told you, consumer education will also be there. Okay. So digital banking, consumer education, in addition to onboarding the customers to the fully digital environment, there will be various tools and methods shall be used by the DBUs. So it will especially be for the DBUs that they have to provide the services and products. They will also have to provide the consumer education to offer hands-on consumer education. Okay. On safe digital banking products, that how they can use the machine safely, how they can use the internet banking safely, use the digital products safely, okay, and practices for inducting customers to self-service digital banking services. You need the assistance once, you need the assistance twice, but after you learn the process, it will be very easier for you to do the self-service, to do it yourself. So the customer education is also very important for the DBUs. DBUs will be providing the customer education also. So next is guidelines on establishment. Now we have understood the DBUs, we have understood the benefits. They will be providing the products and services as well as the consumer education. So now the guidelines are that this will apply. The guidelines will apply only to the scheduled commercial banks and not to region RRBs or the PBs, that is payment banks, and the LAB, that is the local area banks. So these guidelines are specially for the scheduled commercial banks. So they are the ones that will be majorly opening the digital banking units. Next is banks will pass digital banking experience will be permitted. So if they have past digital banking experience, they have been working in this segment, they are providing their services through the digital banking, that is they are providing the internet services and all, ATMs and kiosks, they are already providing, they have already the digital banking experience. So they will be permitted to open DBUs in tier 1 to tier 6 centers unless otherwise, like if they have some restrictions that is different, otherwise they will be allowed. So without having the need to take permission from RBI in each case, they will be allowed to work because they have past experience, they have been working very well. So they will be allowed to open the DBUs. The DBUs of the banks will be treated as banking outlets. So the DBUs will be similar to the banking outlets in the name. And the establishment of DBUs should be the part of digital banking strategy of the bank. So it will be a part of the bank, it will be the part of the digital banking strategy of the bank. So what is the banking outlet? Like the DBUs of the banks will be treated as banking outlets. So what are the banking outlet? Banking outlet are the fixed point services delivery unit from where you are providing the services. Okay, manned by either bank staff or its business correspondent. So if there will be the assistants or something, so that will be the bank staff, or there will be some business correspondent, some outsourced people. So where services of acceptance, like all the services are being taken, like the deposits, the loan providing, all these services are being taken. That's why DBU is also being treated as the banking outlet, because this is also fixed point service delivery unit, as well as this is also providing all the major services that a bank has to provide. So each DBU, now how this will be differentiated from the other banking outlets that do not have much digital infrastructure, each DBU will be differentiated from the other banking outlets by offering a design format best suited for the digital users. For like they will have the maximum digital infrastructure that will be the benefit, that will be beneficial for the digital users, that will be as per the needs of the digital users. So the operational governance and administrative structure of the DBUs will be aligned with that of digital banking segment of the bank. So this is like the rules that will follow will be as per the operational governance, and the administrative structure that will be followed will be as per the rules that is followed by the digital banking segment of the bank. So there will be a front end that will be provided and back end DBUs, like in the front end or the distribution layer, like how the consumers are connecting with the bank. So they will have, each bank would choose suitable smart equipments, because that will, the consumers will see the front end only now. So they should have the interactive teller machines, they should have the interactive bankers, service terminals, teller and cash recyclers, interactive digital walls, download, document uploading, self-service card issuance devices, video call conferencing facilities, and all of this. So front end means the consumers will be getting all these services, all these smart devices to connect to work to, okay, to take the services. Now the back end is what the consumers cannot see. This is especially for the banking people, and this is especially for the units. Okay, so this will include the core banking system. Core banking system we have discussed a lot of time. This is the system that provides the connection between different the different units of the bank. Okay, like even if the branch is in Delhi or Rajasthan, the information can easily be transmitted from one place to another through the CBS system, because all the branches are interconnected. Okay, so other back office related information systems for the digital banking products and services can be shared with that of the incumbent systems with logical separation. So all the information that is of the customer, how the DBU will know, how the digital banking units will know that this is the customer of our bank only, okay, or this is the customer that already has the account in this bank. So such kind of information can be provided easily through the bank office related information systems, or CBS. We can say alternatively banks can adopt more core independent digital native technologies that they want to adopt. So that is front end that the consumers can see, back end that is especially for the branches and for the bank. So now the DBOs must offer certain minimum digital banking products and services, and such products should be on both the sides, liabilities as well as the asset. They should be taking the deposits as well as they should be giving the loans also on the balance sheet of the digital banking segment. The RBI has said this. So they will have the liability products and services also, they will have the asset products and services also, that's it. They will have the front end, they will have the back end, they will have the assets and liability sides in the balance sheet. The DBO guidelines list 7 specific services that they have to provide, like the ATMs, that's the basic cash deposits machines, passbook printing and services, and the internet banking kiosks. These are some of the services that they have to provide. Okay, so 7 specific services are there. So we have done all of the guidelines and we have understood the benefits. So you can easily answer this question that recently the RBI has released the guidelines for banks to open digital banking units in a bid to enhance the spread of digital modes of banking in India's interiors. Which of the following statement is or are incorrect regarding the guidelines related to DBOs? Okay, so very easy to answer now. So thank you very much. I hope you will be easily able to answer this question, that question, and if you have any query you can mail us here or you can contact us through this number. Thank you very much.